In case if anyone is wondering why I am making this video currently, if you look at these two images I'm putting up on screen right now as of editing, you will see something slightly different about these. Also, this is from the newest Hero Brian sighting film that we recorded. It was completely scripted, and there were only 3 people in it, such as the cameraman, which was Jen Animates, me, and Boss Dragon. Say hi.
I
Yeah, so Boss Dragon was Hero Brian in it, and so I'll leave the timestamps in the description because I don't really remember what they are. But if you go to each and every one of those, there's only 2 of them. The first one, um, Jan Animates, which is the cameraman, he's gonna basically go down to the tunnel for like a couple seconds, like 1 second or something, and if you pause, you'll notice by the end of the tunnel, like where it ends, there's just light, the outside, whatever. Then if you unpause that, he's gonna look at the hill and then look back at me. But right when I start walking down, if you pause at the end of the tunnel again, you will see a black figure. And keep this in mind, when I was acting in the film, the only person who could have gone and vanished and ran was Boss Dragon. But here's the weird, creepy thing. When I was acting and he went invisible, I saw his footsteps go out of the mountain, downhill, not inside of it. That's the creepy thing. And plus, even if he managed to change his skin into a Null skin, there's no way in that short time that he could have gone all the way down that tunnel thingy, changed his skin, because it would say he changed his skin in the chat, and it's just impossible to make that perfect timing. Plus, we would have seen the footsteps go inside of the tunnel and not outside.
All right. Is it fine if I take the mic real quick?
Yeah.
So I am the Hero Brian entity in this video. There were only 3 people. I saw the entity. Then I went down to the house while he was acting. I saw the entity in the video while looking at it. And yeah, I was pretty frightened. There was only me, Jensen, and Steve in this video. Nobody else joined. I checked chat. I checked how many people were in. It was only us 3. Nobody changed their skin at all. We got the cameraman, and we have me, and the actor. Alright, you may now have the mic back.
On top of that, if you think it was indeed Boss Dragon, keep this little tiny thing in mind. If it was Boss Dragon who miraculously goes all the way down to the tunnel at perfect timing and goes visible to stalk me from the very end of it as I'm leaving, you would pretty dang see it's a very low quality Steve skin. Because Steve, Hero Brian, they're basically the same, and they're both wearing light blue t-shirt and dark blue pants. So you would, even if it was dark, you would be able to zoom in and see a very low quality t-shirt and jeans. And we didn't see that. It was just void black. I will show the picture again, but zoomed in just so you can see what I'm talking about. But like, just keep this in mind. This was not planned. That was not another player. It was only the 3 of us and no one else. No one else even knew about the world because I told no one. That's the creepiest part. Like, I'm not saying I fully believe in creepypasta entities now, but this is starting to give me a suspicion, because the only thing that I can think of that looks like a player that has a void black skin is this guy on the screen. And his name is Null.
Also known as Zero or Void.
I have never heard of those names, but yeah. So I'm kind of freaking out. Like I said, if you want to check the the timestamps for yourself to see if I edited the pictures at all, go for it. The timestamps are in the description. And the film link will also be at the top of the description, so if you want to check that out, go for it. But that's all I gotta say, just covering this, because we didn't plan this. There was no Null sightings. It was only going to be Herobrine and him stalking me, which was Boss Dragon, as we just said. Boss Dragon was the only entity, aka Herobrine, in the film. No one else. Even Gen Animates can tell you that in the comments if I tell him about this or whatever. He can verify we were the only three in the world. Like, I am actually kind of scared right now.
Yeah, and also, fun fact about null. Null has a definition of zero, which means zero color, and void, or void of color.
That is actually a fair point. I did not think about that part.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, just to cover something, yeah, everybody in the comments right about now would be saying, oh, it's just an Enderman, whatever. Yeah, tell that to the fact that the world was on peaceful mode the entire time, aka Enderman cannot spawn, and even if it was on normal mode or something to where Enderman can spawn, it's a 2x2 redstone tunnel. Endermen are 3 blocks tall. They cannot go under 2 blocks. It's impossible.
So that means that it was a person or entity.
Yeah, and you would have seen a very low quality, little tiny purple or pinkish kind of spot at the top of the entity's head. There was nothing there. It was just void black. There's no explanation for that. It was not an Enderman because, like I said, the world the whole time was on peaceful mode. I'm saying that again. The world was on peaceful mode. I don't know what else to say. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I don't know what to think about this.
Okay, I would also like to say something real quick.
What up?
So, as we all know for now, let's keep it rolling, Steve's community. We've hit 1.088 million views, and we have 5.1 thousand subscribers.
Jesus. That's a ginormous number I never thought I would hear from a channel that I own.
Yeah,
That's
that is
just
a really, really, really big milestone for us.
that is a humongous milestone. I just want to say thanks for all of the overload of support. If it wasn't for all of you, the support and everything, this channel would probably be dead and abandoned again. But all because of you, the viewers, the subs, this channel has been growing. So I just wanted to give a huge thank you to everyone who's been supporting the channel, all of the subs. Thank you so much. I can't express how thankful I am. It's just amazing. But that does not get rid of the fact that I am still scared about that one incident.
Yeah, every single one of us in the VMT or video moderation team group are still terrified of this. We are still trying to figure out what is going on or who is playing a prank on us, but we have no
No one could
explanation.
have. No one could have. The only way you can sneak into someone's world without a join message popping up is on Java Edition. But everyone knows that that's only a PC thing, and we were playing on a PlayStation. I mean, you and Jensen were on a PC. I, however, was on a PlayStation, and Java players cannot join Bedrock players, and the other way around. Bedrock cannot join Java. So that wouldn't even be possible in the first place. No one could have sneaked in the server.
Java and Bedrock are completely different Minecraft servers.
Yeah,
Java
no,
is supported
they're not servers.
for the
They're different editions, completely different coded game modes. They're nothing alike besides the game Minecraft, but the editions are completely recoded. Bedrock edition players, Java edition players, they cannot play together unless if they are on the same version. And Java
yeah.
Edition is the only thing that you can get a mod on that allows you to sneak in a server without a join message or a left message. That
Yeah,
is
and
not
we play
possible on
on
Bedrock
Bedrock.
Edition. And
Java and Bedrock are completely different.
also, take this in mind. Yeah, there might be a Bedrock Edition mod that allows us to disable player join or left messages. But keep this in mind. I was the owner of the world. I'm on a PlayStation 4. You can't get that kind of mod on a PlayStation. You gotta download that, which, by the way, PlayStation, they don't have files like a PC does. So that's another thing. So, after recording this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna join the world again, go back to the same spot, and just see if there's any way an Enderman or some kind of void figure could have showed up there. Is I want to debunk this. I don't know what's happening, and this is not clickbait, by the way. This is legitimate. Like I said, Jen Animates, the cameraman, he can verify that we were the only three in the world. I'm gonna stop the video here because otherwise it's gonna be way too long. But like, if anyone else sees or saw that, it was not planned. That was an unknown guest. I'm saying guest because normally you'd call an uninvited person a guest. Like if you were to have someone come over to your house, they would be a guest. So I'm just gonna call them a guest. That was an unknown guest. We never invited anyone else. No one even knew about this besides, well, us three. Anyways, I'm going to stop the video here. Timestamps are in the description. Everything you need to know is in the description. Oh my gosh. Be aware if you go on that seed.